Hey guys, Orack here, back with another training video, and this time we have future Gohan. And oh boy, for those of you that, not for those of you, for people who don't know Dragon Ball in general, it will feel a bit weird, you know, to have variations of characters like, yeah, we have Gohan, we've got Kid Gohan, we've got Teen Gohan, we've got Future Gohan. I mean, there's just a dozen of them. But I believe most of you have a favorite Gohan, and that is probably either Teen or Future Gohan. My favorite Gohan is haven't really thought about it. I mean, I never really liked Gohan as a character, so I can't just say, oh, I like this Gohan better. But well, I like the naivety and the fighting spirit that Kid Gohan exhibited. Like, yeah, he wasn't a fighter, let's say, and he had to fight from the age of 5 or something like that. But he exhibited, great anger bursts, and this helped a lot with many difficult situations, both in the Saiyan and the Frieza saga, and all of those stuff. But I don't know. Future Gohan had such little screen time. We have basically experienced him through the anime special, the TV special, and I think there was the manga that handled things a little differently, like Trunks being Future Trunks, having achieved Super Saiyan form before Gohan died and stuff. Yeah, I haven't read it yet, though I do want to. Yeah, but Future Gohan in the Xenoverse game has a pretty obscure moves. God damn it. If you think about it, the really usual one, the really useful one, is the one that does this blinding light, and you basically, get a free blinding attack against your opponent, and that is a pretty troll thing to use. If you remember back in, I think my first online video matches, if I'm not wrong, someone had used Future Gohan against me, and he just pounded the move, and I was like, damn, I can't do anything. But yeah. The thing is that now we're getting to the end of the training videos, and it is, let's say, the first series that I did with this channel, and had this aim to just stick to it and get through all of the mentors and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had done some mentors before recording and uploading to YouTube for you guys, but just for my personal satisfaction, I wanted to do the rest that I didn't do on screen for you. And I hope they don't bore you that much, because all those training videos are basically me mumbling about usually the characters depicted as the mentors and stuff, but I believe it is a good chilling, let's say, have a Kit Kat, something like that. But yeah, Future Gohan, based solely on the TV special, is a pretty tragic character. I mean, he experienced all of his friends, family, and his dad, all of these people dying by the hands of Android 17 and 18. And it is really unfortunate that he didn't have the power, to handle at least one of them really well. because well, he and Trunks were the only people on Earth that could do something about the whole android situation. And if you think about it, many people I remember back in the Future Trunks arc in the Dragon Ball Super anime had many complaints about Trunks, not being that strong and stuff. And I was like, well, guys, back in his future, well, first of all, they had peace, but that's not an excuse. Don't get me wrong. But with future Gohan dying and Trunks going back in time during the Cell Saga and stuff, and then returning back to his own timeline, and he didn't have really any strong sparring partner. He was basically alone in the training department, and what he could do was basically, I don't know, image training or simple training in general, just to keep him in shape and maybe make him evolve a little bit. But yeah, that was one of the differences in the anime of Dragon Ball Super and the manga, because in the manga it is explained that future Trunks basically just to face Dabura and the rest of the Majin gang, he had to team up with the Kaiosins, and having teamed up with them, he was training too. So he had some training with Kaioshin. That's why he exhibited at least Super Saiyan 2 power, But anyways, the theme here is Gohan and his struggles in the future. And it's amazing for an anime like Dragon Ball, and that has so many characters, and some of them appear for such a little screen time. Think about Raditz or Bardock or future Gohan. All of these characters didn't have really that much of a screen time, but they have so many people following them, and creating fan bases around those characters. I mean, it's insane, at least for me. Because if you think about other animes that do this thing, that there are some characters that appear for a little while and stuff, you just don't see that much, fan bases created solely around those characters. And yeah, that's a nice feeling, I believe, for an anime like Dragon Ball and its community, to have things like that, I mean. And now we're ending the video because I think my ultimate will strike him. Let's see. He has this weird Kamehameha move that Gohan had did on the android. And yeah, that was future Gohan. About his moves, I don't think I'll use any of them personally, but yeah, they're good for experimentation and stuff. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.